welcome back to The Explainer. So, there's this new AI from Google that's been making waves. It's called Nano Banana, and it's all built around this really cool idea. What if you could edit a photo just by telling it what you want to change?
I mean, look at this. This image right here, it was whipped up in less than 30 seconds. And the wild part isn't just creating something from nothing. No, we're talking about taking an existing photo and changing it intelligently.
So, what if you could literally edit reality with just your words? That's the big idea here. But what really sets this tool apart is that it's not like you're starting with a blank canvas. It's more like you're a movie director, and you're just telling the world that's already in the picture how to change. Okay, so what exactly is Nano Banana? Well, that's the name it got online, the one that went viral. Officially, Google calls it Gemini 2.5 Flash Image. But honestly, Magical Photoshop Assistant is a pretty good way to think about it. The key here is that it doesn't just see pixels, it actually understands what's in the photo. And that understanding comes from what we can basically call its three superpowers. First, it has real-world knowledge. It gets concepts, not just colors. Second, it's multimodal, meaning you can throw text, reference images, even your own little doodles at it all at once. And third, and this is a big one, it has context and consistency. It remembers a character or a style you're working with across different images. All right, so let's get practical. Let's start with how this could totally change the game for professional work. Going from a quick sketch all the way to a full-blown strategy. Think about something like logo design. You could literally scribble an idea on a napkin, snap a picture of it, upload it, and just type a simple prompt. Something like, turn this into a clean, minimalist vector logo. And boom, your rough sketch is now a professional concept. And for businesses, especially anyone in e-commerce, the difference is just insane. A traditional product shoot takes weeks, costs a ton of money, and you need a whole crew. With this, we're talking minutes. It's basically free. You can take one single photo of your product and instantly create a whole carousel of shots, putting it in any scene you can possibly dream up. Okay, but it's not all about work, right? This tech has some seriously cool and actually pretty useful applications for just your everyday life. Have you ever stared at an empty room in your house and just couldn't picture what it would look like furnished? Well, now you don't have to guess. You can just snap a picture and tell it, furnish this room in a Wes Anderson style. And check this out, it gets the lighting and shadows right, making it look totally believable. Or how about this, virtual try-ons? You can take a photo of yourself, grab a picture of an outfit you like online, and just tell the AI to put it all together. You can instantly see how it looks on you, and you can even change the background to, I don't know, a beach in Thailand. Why not? And this one's pretty special. For all those old family photos we have, the ones that are kind of blurry or black and white, this tool can bring them back to life. It can take a faded old picture and not just restore it, but add color that looks incredibly natural. It's a really powerful way to reconnect with those memories. All right, so beyond all the practical stuff, this is where things get really fun. Because when you give a tool this powerful to the internet, people get creative. And that has sparked some pretty awesome viral trends. Like this one, people are turning pictures of themselves, their friends, their pets, into these super realistic-looking collectible figurines. We're talking 1/7 scale, complete with the plastic packaging and even the original photo on the box art. It's a huge trend, and it's pretty hilarious. And here's another really cool one. You can bring your kids' artwork to life. You take their crayon drawing, upload it, and you can turn it into a beautiful storybook illustration or even make it look like a real-life, photorealistic scene. It's such a magical way to see their imagination come to life. And of course, you can become an absolute master of memes. Just take any photo, your cat, a friend, whatever, and just tell it, turn this into a viral meme with a bold caption. And just like that, you've got comedy gold in like 30 seconds. Okay, so you've seen what this thing can do, which is pretty amazing. But here's the catch. The results you get are only as good as the instructions you give it. So how do you actually get these incredible results yourself? Let's get into the playbook. All right, rule number 1, and this is the most important one. You have to be super specific. If you just say, design a YouTube thumbnail of a man at the Eiffel Tower, you're going to get something that looks like a boring generic stock photo. But if you say, design a thumbnail for a male travel vlogger, he's holding a camera, the sky is bright, and add a text overlay that says, Paris Travel Guide. Now you're getting a professional, clickable thumbnail. So here are the best practices all laid out. Being hyper-specific is key, like we just talked about, but a couple of others are really important. Providing context, like telling it this is for a high-end skincare brand, helps a ton. And another pro tip, describe things positively. Don't say no cars. Instead, say an empty, deserted street. You'll get much better results by telling it what you do want, not what you don't. Okay, so now you have the playbook for getting great results. Let's zoom out and talk about the big picture. What are its real strengths, and maybe more importantly, what are its weaknesses right now? So, a really big limitation you need to know about is the resolution. Right now, the images you can download are only about 720p. Now, for posting on social media or for a website, that's totally fine. But if you're thinking about printing something out in high quality, yeah, it's not quite there yet. So here's the quick and dirty breakdown. On the plus side, it's insanely fast, it's free to use, and it's brilliant at things like content-aware fill and keeping a character looking the same across multiple images. But on the downside, you've got that low resolution, sometimes it can smudge fine text, and it's just not a replacement for pro tools like Photoshop when you need things like layers, masks, or raw editing. Not yet, anyway. So at the end of the day, what a tool like Nano Banana does is put this incredible, almost godlike creative power into everyone's hands, for free. It's totally democratizing what used to be a really high-level skill. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to think about, right? When editing reality becomes this easy, what do we choose to create?